Welcome to Navajo Sage Weaver Tarot's channel. Welcome, you guys. This reading is for Libra. Libra, this is your reading. I am going to shake the gourd and then to help move any stagnation energy. And then after shaking the gourd, we will get into the tarot reading. Thank you. All right, Libra. We are going to pull one deck from here, the Archetype deck. We're going to pull a overall energy. We're going to see what we need to let go, what we need to focus on, what our higher self wants to tell us, what message our higher self wants to give us in animal spirit, a crystal, and then we can get more message from the tea leaf, and then we're going to do some clarification with those cards. All right, Libra, let's get into your message. All right, spirits and guides. Let's get one card for Libra. One card for Libra, please. Let's get one card for Libra. One card for Libra. Blew out. Card for Libra. Get one card for Libra. What does Libra need to focus on? Spirits and guides. What does Libra need to focus on? Spirits and guides. What does Libra need to focus on? What does Libra's higher self want? What message does Libra's higher self want to give? What is the message Libra's higher self wants to give Libra at this time? Spirits and guides. What animal spirit to come in to help Libra? What crystal does want to come in for Libra? What crystal card does want to come in for Libra at this time for their reading? Spirits and guides. Crystal wants to help Libra at this time. What crystal? Spirits and guides. What other messages? What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? What other messages Libra need to hear at this time? Spirits and guides. What other messages Libra need to hear at this time? Spirits and guides. What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? Spirits and guides. What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? Spirits and guides. What other messages Libra need to hear at this time? What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? What other messages does Libra need to hear at this time? Spirits and guides. Other messages Libra need to hear at this time. All right, Libra, let's get into your reading. So we have here visionary. The light attribute is the capacity to envision what is not yet convincible to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. The shadow attribute is selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. All right, so that's the um, overall archetype uh, energy for this reading. Sorry. Oof. And then we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups here uh, is the energy of um, maybe being able to, if you can see this is in the water, so maybe your emotion is um, is balance, right? Because the queen, she can balance her emotions. She can be compassionate. She can also enjoy um, company of others. And she can also, the energy of the queen, she can be a healer, right? She's also intuitive. She's honest. Um, and she's empathic, right? So this is the energy we're bringing in with the archetype of the visionary for you, Libra. And then what we need to let go here is the seven of wands. And the seven of wands energy is maybe um, there's some sort of lack of um, maybe feeling like your position is not stable, right? It's weak. Um, maybe um, also with the seven of wands energy, maybe there's boundaries being crossed, right? Maybe people, things are coming into your boundaries without um, maybe weak plans, right? Um, maybe have a mindset of like quitting, right? So letting go of that energy, spirits want you to let go of. And then we have the Six of Cups energy here. And the Six of Cups energy brings in that nostalgia, right? The childhood, emotional connection from the past. Um, the Six of Cups energy is, also probably, maybe getting together with other people, right? Being able to have conversations and stuff. So focusing that energy on that. And then what our higher self, Libra, is trying to say is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles energy is, letting you know that, you know, um, there might be some sort of like, that regardless of how we feel sometimes, um, like with the King, with the Seven of Wands, right? There's, um, can be this feeling of temporary loss. Um, can maybe feel like, there's some material, right? These are, you know, things, bills, chores, whatever coming at you, anxiety, um, and or, maybe, you know, um, your higher self is trying to express to you that, your worries are about to finish, um, you're you're learning how to adapt, right? Because it's saying that um, going into this Queen of Cups energy here, listening to your intuition, being a healer within yourself. And so maybe there's some sort of laziness in it, some sort of, not wanting to take care of yourself. Maybe, you struggle with that. And so, thinking, of things in the past that you didn't have to take care of, like maybe you didn't have to take care of, taking out the trash, doing the laundry, feeding the dogs, you know, uh, washing the dishes, cooking, the simplest things in our lives, not making your bed. And so it feels overwhelmed. You're coming, and then, once you start working at it, right? Once you start working at it, then this Six of Cups energy comes in. Um, the Six of Cups energy is, you know, um, maybe sometimes when we start doing our task, right? When we start doing chores or when we start doing things, then we start bringing in things that are from the past. Like maybe uh, you were cleaning and you totally forgot that you had an item that was given to you, and it's just been sitting there. And finally, when you finally take the action, right, to do something, right, then something pops up. It's like, oh. And then having that connection, thinking about those, those things like that. It can be people, places, or things. And so your higher self is saying, hey, Libra, you know, once you tap into, these archetypes and, this energy, your worries are going to come to an end. It's okay. And then the animal spirit that wants to come in here is the dolphin. Joy, light, flow, compassion energy. And then we have the falcon, focus, action, purpose, inspiration. So, taking action, right? Feeling the flow again. Maybe there's stagnation in that. And then with the crystal that wants to come out to help you in this reading is the tor torma torm tourmaline quartz. And it says, what is it? Both the negative fights power of black tourmaline and the amplified clear clarity of clear quartz. Tourmaline quartz might just be the best stone to bring along in that often discuss um, desert island. Excuse me. Had to sneeze early. Um, who needs it? Anyone in need of a psycho spiritual scrub? Where to put it? Wherever you intend to shine your brightest. When to use it. When it's time to shed a light on the vices, victims, and vampires in your life. Once you have a clear view of their whereabouts, it's much easier to kick them back into the gutter where they belong. And the quote here is restore your perfect light. So it's two stones coming together. The black uh, tourmaline and the clear quartz. All right. And then we have extra messages. We have the ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Um, Inkpot, probably problems to be resolved. Forest, muttered, m muttered, unclear thinking. Man dealing or relations with a man. Wedge, someone is trying to come between you and your friends or something you want. Wall, misunderstanding. Hand, in need of help, assist, or guidance. Funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Scissor, disappointment in some affair. Sun, happiness of well-being. Chair, filled, someone new entering your life. Tree, affairs with your friends. Dog, far away, a distant friend thinking of you. Vase, secret admirer. Pal, time to get out of situation. Fan, romance, celebration, party. Target, a goal-oriented person. All right, I'm going to get some clarification, and we're going to clarify why the Seven of Wands is here, why you have to let this go, why is Spirit wanting you to let this Seven of Wands energy go. Spirits and guides, what is the message for our Libras? Why do they need to let the Seven of Wands go? Spirits and guides, one card, please. Hmm. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Just for YouTube, um, and just kind of gonna look at this card while I'm getting another clarification. All right, spirits and guides. So we have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles energy here is showing that a trouble, you know, somebody who uh, is a is a trouble is a troublemaking person, right? Somebody who has problems, um, around them. And so letting go, right? Um, maybe this is either you or your, kind of like your what you're dealing with, right? Either however you want to put it, but you can look at it this way, like you are um there's in your right in your upgrowing, because we have the nostalgia card, right? And what you need to focus on and probably need to let go of is some of the, you know, um, behavior, inappropriate or behaviors that you have that cause trauma, right? That cause you to, maybe hide or be lazy or um, bring this Seven of Swords energy, right? The feeling betrayed. Um, and so with the Two of Pentacles here, um, maybe you took too much on, right? And it caused some problems. Um, maybe feeling unworthy, right? Um, so so for clarification, this is the reason why Spirit wants you to let go, is saying, you're not unworthy, you're a worthy person. And yeah, sometimes maybe we take, right, too much on, and maybe we don't know how to ask for help, you know? Um, so, and maybe sometimes, being lazy, right? If you see the hands, the knees, the feet, they're red. So maybe you work with them and they're, they hurt, you know? So, Libra, I hope that helped you in any way. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do your reading. And I just want to say, Hojona Haskli, Hojona Haskli, Hojona Haskli, Hojona Haskli. Yeah.